Tell me your name.
Antonio Stewart.
Antonio Stewart he was a student of mine. When in the world did we meet, Antonio?
It was like November, so the fall of 2014. So yeah, around November of
Okay.
2000. I'm sorry, 2012.
Okay.
2012. Yeah.
So you've been in my life almost 10 years?
Yeah.
I'm getting old. I'm getting old. Wow. Now, for those that don't know, I have worked with at-risk youth in the Kansas City, Missouri School District and the Hickman Mills School District. And I met Antonio in the Kansas City School District. So tell us a little bit about your path to high school graduation.
Ooh, tough. I will say it was tough, but I made it through. I only say tough because like my main focus when I was in my original high school, which was Southwest, before they kicked me out and put me down where Miss Shields was, my main focus was just, trying to be the class clown and, just hanging out instead of doing my work and, doing what's important.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
This is freaking me out, y'all, because he still was a class clown when I met him. However, I'm a clown too, so I think that's why we kind of connected. Is like because I'm a clown with him, but it's just weird seeing him like as a grown adult. Like I just looked at your wedding ring and I'm like, oh my God, like where did the time go? So excuse me if I like spaz out because this is like freaking me out a little bit too. So I've had some students tell my mom some stories, and you've met my mom before and had some conversations with my mom. Do you think that I was a difficult or hard teacher?
I wouldn't say difficult, but I will say hard. I really felt like you, every student that sat in your class, you really pushed us. And I really felt like you gave us your all. And I felt like, you were hard on us in that aspect. Mm-hmm. I mean, because you really gave us a lot of knowledge. And, well, I could speak for me. And I took it with me. And look at me now.
Oh, yay. It's so crazy. One of my, I actually got worse when I went to Hickman Mills School District because, I had a little bit of a leadership role. And one of my students told my mom, they said, if Miss Shields was on the street, we would fight her because of the way she talks to us. But they was like, we know she loves us because I know the thing with you guys was, this used to make y'all so mad when I would tell y'all, you're going to be class of 2000. Never. Yeah. They used to get so mad at me when I did that. What would you say is your favorite memory from school?
That's one of them. But my other favorite memory is when, because everybody already knew you was a Kappa, not a Kappa, I'm sorry, AKA. Uh-huh. Because you made sure your classroom was filled with AKA stuff. But that day when you wore your AKA heels, your AKA skirt, and your shirt, and you had the AKA cup, you slammed your door and you just went off on everybody in the class. You don't remember that?
I don't. I've had a couple of those moments. I don't remember that, but I mean, it was probably needed, hey. And it's crazy because I do think that I was able to get away with saying a lot of stuff to you guys because y'all really knew that I loved y'all. I had y'all's back. Whatever y'all needed, I would do. So I did. I think I took advantage of it though when I left Kansas City. So I'm gonna have to think about. I'm trying to go back deep in my brain, deep in my brain. I don't know. It's gone because God erased it. God was like, that ain't you no more. So it's gone. That was funny. Is there any advice that I gave you that really kind of stuck with you?
I remember when you told me never to dream small and go push through every limit that anyone put on me.
Yeah. And like you said, look at you now. This is still amazing because you were coming into your manhood when I met you, but like you were a full grown man. And like I haven't seen you in person in over 2 years because I left Kansas City, 2019. And it's just, you have matured. I still see you, I know you can still laugh and joke, but I see the business side of you. And it's just amazing. And I want you to know that you had something special about you because Miss Russell, Miss Allen, and we ain't gonna talk about the other. Woo, we ain't gonna talk about her, but we all saw something in you. And it was like, I think a lot of the students in the program, we saw stuff in you that you guys didn't see, and we just had to help you guys kind of pull it out. And you guys all did amazing. I mean, one of the things that people probably don't know, and Miss Allen and I still talk about this, we talked about this a couple months ago, how students in my classroom weren't supposed to graduate. They were like, oh, we're not worried about those. They're not going to graduate. And we were like, oh, but yes, they are. And a lot of y'all did, and it was amazing, and I was so proud. And that's why I'm like, how can I not stay in touch with you, because you persevered, and that's what's needed, especially starting a new business. So now, talking about that, I see you have this shirt on. So what are you doing now?
Taking pictures. So I'm a photographer now.
Okay.
So I really just started in January. I've been talking about I want to be a photographer for a while now. I mean, yeah. But this year on my birthday, my wife surprised me with a camera.
Okay.
Yeah, she surprised me with a camera. So that's what really got me into taking my pictures, because I was saving for it. And
okay.
Yeah, so she just popped up on my birthday and she surprised me with a camera.
Oh, that is so awesome. And you know what? When I got my camera, it changed my life, because it is one of the, besides a car, of course, in the house, right, it's like one of my most expensive toys. And it's like, but you can make so much magic and memories and money. You can do all of that with that. Now, do you have a mentor? Do you have like a photography mentor in the area?
I mean, I don't have somebody that I could like go to, yes, I do. I'm going to take that back. When I first started, I didn't really, I was nervous. So I wasn't really, trying to talk to anybody. But my sister-in-law, she's a photographer. And everything that I know now, like she taught me like all of that. She helped me set up my website. She helped me with most of everything. Yeah. Okay. So I will say I have a mentor.
Okay. Because I was like, I got a guy that did some of my pictures before I left, that he does some amazing work. But if you need me, I can still connect you to him. I was gonna ask you something else. So we talked about the mentor. Okay, so how did you discover your love for photography? Because I know your wife is a model. Did she have something to do with it?
I mean, like younger, like when I was like younger, like when I think I got my first phone when I was like 13 or 14. Like I will always, take pictures of everything. Okay. And like people will get irritated because I'm always snapping pictures. And
got you.
When I was around that age too, like I could find myself like for the family functions, you're like trying to line people up to take pictures. Mm-hmm. So kind of like figured it out then. But when I got with her, she was, always modeling in front of the camera and all that. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I got somebody that I could, take pictures with for my practice and everything. So, yeah.
Okay. I remember what my question was. I wrote it down. So this is what happens when you get old. You got to keep a pen by, because I was like, I had a really good question. So you know that I'm all about continuing education and learning and classes. Have you taken any type of photography classes? Not necessarily saying getting a degree, but have you taken any classes to learn about the camera and different things it can do or different techniques?
As of now, I haven't, but that is like my goal is
Okay.
to. I would like a degree in, in some, in the capacity of photography or whatever,
Okay.
But,
Okay. Yeah, because what I did, I'm not a photographer by any means, but I do my YouTube and do the videos for that.
right.
And what I would tell you is look on Groupon because I found this, and I had to look because it was a couple years ago, but I found a class that was, I want to say it was in either Lee Summit or Independence.
Mhm.
And I want to say I paid maybe $60 or $70, and it was like a 3 or 4 hour class. I have a Canon T6i, and I use my cell phone, so I knew nothing about any of that, the aperture, all that stuff. I was like, what is this? And so just looking to even doing that to try to learn some different techniques. Another thing is I remember, and it may have been your class. I had a student tell me, Miss Shields, I learned how to roll a blunt on YouTube. And when they told me that, that has stuck with me because with my business, I run multiple businesses now. And people are like, how do you know how to do this? YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube.
and with you saying that, I actually, Dave Moeller, I think that's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I signed up for a free seminar
Okay.
on Show Your Cameras Who's Boss, and I actually got that right in front of me. I took down some notes and everything. He really gave, some really good, you know, details where he got into depth with, the Canon camera, because that's what
Mm-hmm.
he had, and that's what I got. So I
Okay.
did the seminar. So
Look at you. And you know what? You look for, since you're a new business, and I'm just telling you this because I'm dealing with it now with my production company. Start looking for money. Start looking for grants. Start looking for grants for minorities, because even when you write your grant up, you can put in there that you want to do continuing education classes or photography classes. You can put in there, you decide how you want to spend your grant. And right now, being a minority and starting a business during the pandemic, there is money out there. There is money out there. It is so much. And I find out a lot of it on Facebook, on YouTube. I actually, before we reached out, I was looking at I think it's a $20,000 grant. I think in the last 2 weeks, I have applied for about $55,000 worth of grants. So that's something to think about because it's not going to always be there. But right now, companies, they're wanting to support African Americans that are, having a business, starting a business, expanding a business. So yeah, look into that. I know that that's off topic, but anything I can tell you to kind of help you and get that money and build your equipment up and get some help. That's just my little two
right,
cents.
appreciate that. I didn't know that.
Yes, yes, yes. And I can send you, of course, a lot of the ones I've been doing are for women, but a lot of them that I've been doing are just for being Black and just having a thought process of what you want to do with the money. A lot of them, like I just applied for one. There's a company that is for women, though. They do it every month, but you have to have your goal in 30 days. So whatever I say I'm going to do, I got to do that and execute it within 30 days. And so it's just looking into them and seeing if it's something that's doable. But
Right.
it's a lot of them out there. It's a lot. So what are some of your favorite types of photos to take since you're just getting started? What type of photos you like taking?
I mean, now I just like, people just be hitting me up like, okay, I want to take some pictures. Like, I feel like I did a couple of, let me see, like basically lifestyle photos, like
Okay.
for people. So, and I think I did one. Yes, it was one. No, yeah, one Brandon shoot I did.
Okay.
I actually did some pictures for a model. because she's just now starting out modeling and
Mm-hmm.
like just different stuff like that. Uh, now since I'm just starting, but my vision and my goal is
Bigger.
beyond, way bigger than So
But you got to remember, you have to crawl before you walk. And
right,
so
right,
and you're doing that now. So, that's one of the things. I have a photographer here that I've talked to about, because in Atlanta, it's actors, models everywhere. And I'm like, you need to do headshots, like shoot. And you can even
yeah,
work into doing that, is shooting headshots, because utilize your Facebook groups. So there
right.
are Facebook groups, Kansas City actors. Um, I'll have to send you some of them, but look at some of the acting groups.
I'm in one Kansas City acting group on
Okay.
Facebook. I'm into one of those. And what you basically saying, like, crawl before you walk, like with my goal and
Mhm.
my dream for bigger, like I would still love to, take, Brandon, I would still love to do that. Like that will always be, something that I will, offer. But
Mhm.
what I really want to do is, something bigger than that.
So like weddings.
Yes, weddings is the main, like my main, like goal to do. I would like to shoot weddings and events like birthdays, any event that you could think of. But my main goal is weddings.
Okay, so that's going to lead us to a couple of games right quick. So I have a question. Who would you say is like a star that you look up to, or somebody that you like, you enjoy? It can be a musician, an actor, it could be anything, anybody.
Well, I could say my favorite rapper, which is J. Cole,
Okay.
and like, yeah, the dude he just dope. Like, and he don't take any like BS. Like he's 100. He's like he keep it real. So
Okay.
yeah,
So this is gonna be me. Look, I'm about to give you my J. Cole voice with my, so this is the situation. You gotta tell me what you gonna do. So what's up, Tonyo? This is J. Cole. I heard you like shooting weddings and stuff. And me and my girl, we going to New Zealand and we getting married. And I can't pay you, but this could really start your career off. You're gonna have to get to New Zealand on your own. You're gonna have to find a hotel. What you gonna do? You going to New Zealand?
I mean, if I to be completely honest, because like J. Cole is dope. Like to be honest, like if I had the money and if it didn't put, me and my wife like in a financial bond or whatever, if I had the money, I would try to make it possible to go. But if I did not, I'd be like, I gotta decline, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay. But you know what? I like that, because the reason I asked you that is because a lot of people think that once you start something new that you should just make a whole bunch of money off tops. And I'm like,
Right.
no, like I started acting in 1997. I worked at Disney World in 2001. So now I did a lot of free stuff. Now, free? I'm on an international television show. No, but
Right.
I did my part. So I like that I wanted to see where your mindset was. Okay, so then I got another question about J. Cole. This could be like a little game. Okay, so you had to choose one of these, and he's gonna pay you for this. He has some money, all right? He got some money.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Let me get my J. Cole. Hey, Tonyo, listen, dude. I got 20 stacks. All right. I got 20 stacks for you. But I only can have you at one event. All right. So you gotta tell me which event you gonna come be my personal photographer for. All right. So the first event is the birth of my child. Like I would love to have you like capture that. The second one is like me and my homies, we going ice fishing. And like I would love for you to capture that, black men don't go ice fishing. And then the next one is like my mother-in-law. I don't know if you can deal with this or not. She kind of crazy, and so we're gonna have an exorcism on her. So, like, which one of those? I got 20 stacks. Which one of those events you think you can handle for me?
I do with you and your boys ice fish. only because mom-in-law. I'm not gonna deal with you and your mom-in-law beef, and then with you having your baby. I feel like that's just something personal and sentimental for just you, your girl, and your close family. So.
Okay. I like that. I
Yeah.
had to come up with something crazy. I was like, let me think of something kind of crazy to add. Okay, so 5 years from now, do you think 5 years is enough for you to have gained the knowledge to start shooting weddings, or do you think you need more time than that?
No, I think 5 years will be enough. I honestly think 5 years will be enough.
Okay. But what advice would you give to someone? And I'm gonna switch it around a little bit. What advice would you give to someone that may have had struggles growing up and did not go through things the typical way, but they're interested in starting something and they just don't know where to start? What advice would you give them?
One, I would just say never, because I feel like everybody struggle with fear. Never let fear like overpower you.
Mm-hmm.
And just continue. I don't know people's beliefs or anything,
Mm-hmm.
but I would say continue to whoever you pray to.
Mm-hmm.
Pray, meditate,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like don't ever give up, just go for it.
I like that.
It'll take some time, but like you said, baby step your way in and it'll come.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. It's so funny. My best friend, what's going on with my internet? My best friend told me one time, she said, when I decided to teach, she said I tiptoed on faith when I was substituting, but then when I took the job working in Kansas City, that I stepped all the way out on faith. So I think, that the faith and confidence and staying true to your beliefs is definitely important. Definitely important. Okay. Uh-oh, are you frozen on me? Uh-oh, did we lose them? Let me try to check.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. There you are. Okay. So I have created, let me get this. I have created and I sent you a commercial that you can use to advertise your business. I'm here to support you. How can we'll have the QR code where clients can connect with you, but do you have an Instagram page? Do you have a Facebook? Do you just do clients in the Kansas City area? Tell us who's your reach and how can they reach you?
Okay. As of now, uh, I would say Kansas City and Kansas.
Okay.
Like in Kansas City and Kansas, until I get comfortable enough, and then like once I really start traveling and everything, so I will always post on social. When I start traveling, like, hey, I'm in such and such. Whoever trying to get photos, hit me up.
Mm-hmm.
But where you can reach me at, I have an Instagram and a Facebook, and both are under a.stewphotography.
Like your
So
shirt. Okay.
yeah, so you can
Awesome.
look me up on there. And yes, and my website is on both pages, Facebook and
Okay.
Instagram.
Awesome. 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 Well, I appreciate your time. Is there anything else you would like to share with the masses about your journey or photography or business ownership or any of that?
I will say, like I said, in the next 5 years, be looking for me because I think I'm gonna be shooting some big weddings. And one wedding that I really want to shoot is Blue Ivy. Watch when she get older. I'm doing her wedding.
Oh, is she like 10?
Yes. So I got time to practice. I got time.
Oh my God. Look, I might need you to come to Atlanta and do some behind the scenes footage for us because we usually have a behind the scenes photographer so you can practice it. You know, if I get married, you know, I don't know if it's going to happen because these people crazy, but
You
I
go.
got you.
Bet,
I don't know if I want
bet.
to. Look, I'm married to my business. See, you did it in the right order. See, I've been in my business too long, so I'm too stuck in my ways at this point. So it's like, no. Well, I appreciate your time. I will let you go because I know what you're getting ready to do. And then once I get this everything edited and it uploaded, I will let you know.
Okay, bet. Appreciate you.
All right. Mwah. I'll see you later,
All right.
babe. All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
You too, babe. Are you looking for someone to capture moments for your next special event, no matter how big or small? Well, look no further. Book A.stewphotography.